क्या नाम है भाई तुम्हारा? एक बार और करते। इसको ये हटा देना, ये हटा देना। Hello my dear learners, a very good evening everyone. I am Shashank and I welcome you all on English Medium Prep by Exampur, which is a complete English medium YouTube channel. So students, very good evening everyone and welcome to the session. And please confirm your attendance as well, then we are going to start today's discussion. And today we are going to discuss the important questions from Indian Polity Part 1. And tomorrow we will be discussing the important questions from Indian Polity Part 2. And in this session guys, in this particular session, I have chosen the question of CDS, then Assistant Commandant exam. Some questions are for the civil services as well. So that you should have a brief, we have already discussed maximum of the topic and I hope the concept has been built. So we will be practicing some high level question so that if it comes in tier 2, then we are also able to solve the questions. So please confirm your attendance, then we are going to start today's discussion. So first of all, please confirm your attendance. Okay. So guys, now we will be starting the today's discussion as well, and the questions, they are very good in quality wise and also concept wise. The questions are very good. So today we are going to discuss the important questions from Indian Polity, that is part 1, and tomorrow we will be discussing the important questions from Indian Polity part 2. So let's begin the session. Let's start the session dear, let's start the session. Here is the first question that is before you, ki who among the following was the first law minister of India? Is it Jawaharlal Nehru, Maulana Azad, Dr. Ambedkar, that is B.R. Ambedkar, or V.T. Krishnamachari? So good evening Sharwani and welcome to the session, and this is the first question, that who among the following was the first law minister of India? So the session starts with the first question of CDS. So first law minister of India, who was he? Okay Mr. Putin, good evening. So options what will be guys? So correct answer will be option C, that is Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar, and he is also called, he was the chairman of drafting committee also, and it was constituted on 29th of the August 1947. Maulana Pandit Nehru was the first Prime Minister of independent India. Maulana Azad was Education Minister. Now, who was V.T. Krishnamachari guys? Can you tell me about V.T. Krishnamachari? So, who was V.T. Krishnamachari? So, who was V.T. Krishnamachari? Who was V.T. Krishnamachari? Maulana Azad, Education Minister. Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar, first Law Minister, also the Chairman of Drafting Committee before independence. Pandit Nehru, first Prime Minister of independent India, as well as the Chairman of Union Constitutional Committee. Who was V.T. Krishnamachari? I have also told you about V.T. Krishnamachari, ki who was V.T. Krishnamachari, and he was the Vice President of Constituent Assembly along with H.C. Mukherjee. So, Vice President of Constituent Assembly along with H.C. Mukherjee guys. So, in the Constituent Assembly there were two Vice President. So, in the Constituent Assembly of India, we have the two Vice President. Once you will read the latest edition of M. Lakshmikant, it is mentioned it is in 6th edition, although it is not given in the 5th edition. One was H.C. Mukherjee, Harendra Kumar Mukherjee, and next was V.T. Krishnamachari. And that is mentioned in the 6th edition of M. Lakshmikant. 6th edition of M. Lakshmikant. So, correct answer will be what? It is option C, that is Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar, first Law Minister of India. And during his last days, he adopted Buddhism as well. So, in last days, he adopted Buddhism. So, if I talk about his political personality, chairman of the drafting committee and also the first Law Minister of India. Therefore, correct answer will be option C. Now, come to the next question कि Balwant Rai Mehta committee recommended which of the following Panchayati Raj institution? So, Balwant Rai Mehta committee constituted or recommended for which Panchayati Raj institution? Balwant Rai Mehta committee recommended for which type of Panchayati Raj institution? Gram Panchayat village level, Panchayat Samiti block level only, Panchayat Samiti at block level, Zilla Parishad at district level, Gram Panchayat village, Panchayat Samiti block, Zilla Parishad district, or Gram Panchayat at village and Zilla Parishad at district level only. So, which of the recommendation was given by Balwant Rai Mehta committee regarding Panchayati Raj institution? So, please read the question properly before answering. Please read the options properly before answering. Okay, Sharvani has changed her answer. Then Putin is also saying option C. Now, very good guys, correct answer will be option C. Balwant Rai Mehta, former Chief Minister of Gujarat, and in 1957, Balwant Rai Mehta committee was constituted that recommended 3-tier Panchayati Raj system. Gram Panchayat at village level, Panchayat Samiti at block level, and Zilla Parishad at district level. Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad. Therefore, correct answer will be option C. Correct answer will be option C. 3-tier Panchayati Raj institution that was recommended by Balwant Rai Mehta committee. Gram Panchayat village, Panchayat Samiti block, and Zilla Parishad, the name it suggests, district. Therefore, correct answer will be option C. The correct answer will be option C. I hope guys this was an easy question to answer and everyone has answered properly. Panchayati Raj, 3-tier Panchayati Raj by Balwant Rai Mehta, Ashok Mehta, 2-tier Panchayati Raj. 1979, 2-tier Panchayati Raj. Institution. So, correct answer will be option C. Now, come to the next question. Which of the following jurisdiction of the Indian judicial system that covers public interest litigation? Public interest litigation, it is covered in which type of system? So what will be the correct answer, my dear students? That's not a very easy question to answer. So that's a very typical question. So I have given you the time to read the question properly before answering to read the question and options properly before answering the question. So under which jurisdiction the public interest litigation is covered? Original, appellate, epistolatory or advisory? So it's a very typical question. Very typical question, therefore I was on the one side of the screen so that you can read the question, you can read the option before answering it. Try to use, then I thought ki you can use elimination method as well. Okay, so Sharvani, it is original. No, it is not original at all. So it's a very typical question. Although I have discussed this thing once upon a time, but I don't think you people might be remembering it. Once I discussed about epistolatory jurisdiction. See, first of all, I can well understand this is a typical type question of the judiciary, and some of you might be thinking that sir has taken the question from the judicial service examination, but it is of CDS, it is not of judicial service exam. First of all guys, public interest litigation, that is adopted from USA, and it is a part of judicial activism. It is a part of judicial activism. Judicial activism, what it means ki the judiciary through the suo motu power can take any action, on the matter. Now, original jurisdiction, that means ki the cases directly refer to the High Court or Supreme Court, that is called original. Appellate, that means ki you can appeal before the court, like Supreme Court is the highest appellate authority. Above Supreme Court, you cannot appeal anyone. Advisory, advises only to the President of India. That is the only jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Correct answer will be epistolatory jurisdiction. Now, what is epistolatory jurisdiction? Try to understand. Epistolatory jurisdiction means it is a part of judicial activism in which any person or civil society can file case on behalf of any person who is aggrieved, can file the case, the person who is aggrieved. Therefore guys, correct answer will be epistolatory jurisdiction. Now let me tell you epistolatory jurisdiction what it is. For example, if a person is poor, he cannot afford to go to the court, he cannot afford the court fee, he cannot afford the price of the lawyer. So what the lawyer on behalf of that person can do, can file a public interest litigation on behalf of that person, so that the person will get the proper amount, proper justice for which he is needing. If you have seen a movie, that is Jolly LLB Part 1, in which you will find a person, Jolly, whose name was, the character name was Jolly, Arshad Varsi played the role, and he filed the case against those persons, on behalf of those persons who suffered the serious road accident that was being did by the son of that rich person. So that is called epistolatory jurisdiction. That means on behalf of you, any person from the civil society can file the case, and Supreme Court and High Court can entertain the public interest litigation. So it is filed in Supreme Court or High Court, that is called epistolatory jurisdiction. So on behalf of a person, any other person or person from the civil society can file the suit for providing them the justice. This is called epistolatory jurisdiction. I hope, my dear students, that should be clear to all of you. Okay, what is epistolatory jurisdiction? It is not a question from the judiciary exam, it is just a CDS exam question. Is it clear to all of you guys? Then do let me know that you can see on behalf of a person, behalf of the aggrieved, any other person or a civil society can file the case before the judiciary if that person is unable to seek the justice for himself or herself. Is it clear? So I can well understand it is a typical concept of epistolary jurisdiction that public interest litigation is covered where. So it is in epistolary jurisdiction. I hope guys that should be clear to all of you. Therefore I was on the one side of the screen to see whether you can apply elimination method, whether you know what exactly is the thing. And public interest litigation adopted from USA, it is a part of judicial activism. Therefore correct answer will be option C. Now come to the next question. Next question is what is the quorum of the joint sitting of the parliament? 1/12 of the total member of the house, 1/6 of the total members of the house, 1/10 of the total member, 2/3 of the total member. So what is the quorum of joint sitting? So this is the question we have multiple times discussed ki what is about joint sitting and all. So what is the quorum of joint sitting of the parliament? Okay, please read the question options properly before answering it. Okay, joint sitting guys, that is defined in article 108, that we all know. It is defined in article 108, and when Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha sits together to discuss a bill, that is called joint sitting, and it is 1/10 of the total member of the house. So the quorum of the joint sitting is also 1/10. So there is no other quorum. It is also the 1/10 of the total member of the house, and it is summoned by president. Summoned by president and presided by Lok Sabha speaker, and simple majority. Majority is needed to pass the bill. Simple majority is guys needed to pass the bill from the joint sitting. So summoned by President of India, presided by Lok Sabha speaker. Presided by speaker. And speaker is always in Lok Sabha. Therefore correct answer will be 1/10 of the total members of the house, and whatever the bill is introduced in the joint sitting, it has to be passed by simple majority. Therefore correct answer will be option C. Correct answer will be option C. And till now 3 times joint sitting has been called. So till now number of joint sittings, it is 3. So till now the number of joint sitting is total 3. Therefore correct answer will be option C. Now this is a applied question. This is an applied question, and let's see how many of you can remember the application. So this is a completely applied question. If the Prime Minister is a member of Rajya Sabha, he or she has to get elected to the Lok Sabha within 6 months. He or she cannot take part in the voting of a vote of no confidence under consideration. He cannot take part in the budget deliberation in the Lok Sabha. He or she can declare the government policies in the Rajya Sabha only. So which of the, if Prime Minister is the member, if the Prime Minister is a member of Rajya Sabha, what he or she can do? If the person is a member of the Rajya Sabha, what he or she can do? So what will be the correct answer? What he can or she can do, guys? So that is a bit typical question that I can well understand कि suddenly I have increased the level. So that I can well understand. Guys, first of all, if the Prime Minister is the member of Rajya Sabha, he cannot vote in Lok Sabha. So, Prime Minister is member of Rajya Sabha, then can't vote in Lok Sabha's resolution. That we all agree, if the Prime Minister is the member of Rajya Sabha, then cannot vote in the resolution of Lok Sabha. And guys, this now if he or she cannot take part, in the voting when vote of no confidence is under consideration. So, vote of no confidence, it is always in Lok Sabha. So, no confidence motion. Yes, one second. So, that is also correct. 1 second, yes. Let me tell you, he has to get elected in Lok Sabha within 6 months, not required. Because if you are the Prime Minister of India and if you are the member of any house, you can continue to be the Prime Minister, that is not required. Then he or she cannot take part in the voting of no confidence under consideration. This is also correct statement. So, no confidence motion, because no confidence, it is introduced in Lok Sabha only. It is introduced in Lok Sabha only. Cannot take part in the budget deliberation in the Lok Sabha. It is not like that. Can take part. Cannot means it is wrong statement. Then he or she can declare the government policies in the Rajya Sabha. So, he can declare government policies only in Rajya Sabha because he is the member also. So, if the Prime Minister is member of Lok Sabha, then what he or she cannot do, she cannot take part in the budget. She can take part. Can take part in the budget deliberation in Lok Sabha. He can come, he can sit, and he can do the deliberation. It is not like that if you are the member of Rajya Sabha, you cannot come in Lok Sabha. Remember, when Prime Minister of India was Manmohan Singh. When Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister of India, you will find he used to come in Lok Sabha while budget was being deliberated. And till now, 4 Prime Ministers of India were member of Rajya Sabha. Indira Gandhi, 1966, H.D. Deve Gowda, 1996, Indra Kumar Gujral, then 1997, and Dr. Manmohan Singh. So, these are the 4 Prime Ministers of India who were the members of Rajya Sabha. So, he cannot, so this statement is wrong. He can take part in the budget deliberation in the Lok Sabha. Therefore, this statement is wrong. Rest of the statements, they are right. So, I hope guys that should be clear to all of you. Is that clear guys? So, correct answer will be option C. asked the correct statement. So guys, 3 statements are correct. Definitely they will be asking the wrong. So there may be some typing error because 3 statement that is correct. So there should be not only, guys, there should be not only, so only should be not there. He can take part in the Rajya Sabha policies in Rajya Sabha also. He can declare the government policy not only in Rajya Sabha but also in the Lok Sabha. So if you have to, so I think this is a typing error, although he has to get elected, so that is not required. One second guys, 1 second. First of all, let me correct this state question. Ki Prime Minister, what he can do? He cannot take part, so so that should be, if the Prime Minister is a member of Rajya Sabha, he has to get elected within this, cannot take part in the proceeding, cannot take part, she can declare the government policies only in the Rajya Sabha. So there is some typing mistake. So good evening Anwar Tariq. Definitely they will be asking the correct statement. So cannot take part in the voting, that is correct. Cannot take part in the budget deliberation, that is wrong. He or she can declare government policies only in Rajya Sabha. So Rajya Sabha, if the Prime Minister is Rajya Sabha member, which statement is correct? Which statement is correct in this regard? So this should be the complete question. And if it is the question, then he has to get elected, so that is not required. It is not required, in fact. Not required. Because 4 Prime Ministers of India, they were the members of Rajya Sabha. He cannot take part in the voting process of the Rajya Sabha that is under consideration, so that is correct. She cannot take part in the budget process, this is wrong. And he or she cannot declare government policies only in Rajya Sabha, this is also wrong. Can also declare the policies in the Lok Sabha also. So B is the correct answer. Definitely he cannot take part in the proceedings because no confidence motion, it is only introduced in Lok Sabha. So we have to make this statement, कि which statement is correct in this regard. So which statement is correct? So this is a DTP error in which half of the question is written, and which is the correct and which is the not, that is not, in fact. So which statement is correct? So the correct statement is option B. Correct statement is option B. Manmohan Singh, H.D. Devegowda and Indra Kumar Gujral, they all were elected from the Rajya Sabha. So the question should be, in this regard, which statement is correct? So correct statement is only B. Now guys, before I should move to the next question, I will request everyone to please download the Exampur app. Why to download the Exampur app? What special we are offering? First of all, we are offering the job alerts so that you cannot miss any vacancy in which you have the qualification and age. Then structured paid courses at affordable fees. Then free PDFs of the app session. Free app session. Then you have unlimited quiz to practice to enhance your performance. Then free PDFs with the previous year and all India scholarship test to evaluate your performance. Therefore I am saying to download the Exampur app. सर लोकसभा और राज्यसभा में कैसे पीएम बन सकता है? प्लीज़ मैं थोड़ा लेट हो गया था इसीलिए. तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, और आप लोकसभा के भी राज्यसभा के भी मेंबर हैं तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्यों नहीं बन सकते? 4 लोग प्राइम मिनिस्टर बने ही हैं. तो इसमें बस आपका एमपी होना ज़रूरी है. तो एमपी आप लोकसभा में भी हो सकते हैं, एमपी आप राज्यसभा में भी हो सकते हैं. तो क्वालिफिकेशन में है कि विद इन 6 मंथ आपको किसी भी हाउस की मेंबरशिप लेनी होगी। तो लोकसभा की भी ले लोगे तो भी कंटिन्यू हो जाएगा, राज्यसभा की लोगे तो भी कंटिन्यू हो जाएगा। लेकिन 6 महीने के अंदर अगर आप किसी भी हाउस के मेंबर नहीं हैं तो 6 महीने के अंदर अगर आपको डायरेक्टली प्राइम मिनिस्टर बना दिया जाता है तो 6 महीने के अंदर मेंबरशिप लेना पड़ता है। तो लोकसभा के लो तो भी चलेगा, राज्यसभा के लो तो भी चलेगा, जैसे राजीव गांधी थे। सो व्हेन इंदिरा गांधी डाइड, राजीव गांधी वाज अ पायलट, ही वाज नॉट एन एमपी एट ऑल। Now, come to the next question. The electoral dispute related to the president and vice president presidential election, they are settled by whom? So, who settles the election dispute of Lok Sabha of president and vice president? Sir, if PM is the member of Rajya Sabha, the Council of Ministers also are the members of Rajya Sabha. No. It is not mandatory. S. Shashank, he is the member of Rajya Sabha, but it does not mean that he can be member of Lok Sabha as well. It is not mandatory. Those ministers who are member of Rajya Sabha, they will remain in Rajya Sabha. Those council of ministers who are member in Lok Sabha, they will be in Lok Sabha. So that is not required. So election dispute, guys, that is defined in Article 71. And that is did by the Supreme Court of India, and Election Commission of India, that is defined in from Article 324 to Article 329, conducts the election of President and Vice President. He conducts the election of President and Vice President. Therefore, correct answer will be option C, that is the Supreme Court of India. That is none other than the Supreme Court of India. So, correct answer will be option C. Election is conducted by Election Commission of India. So, correct answer will be option C. Now, the power to decide the date of election of a state legislative assembly, that rests with the power to decide the date of an election of the state legislative assembly, that rests with the President of India, Chief Minister and his or her cabinet, Election Commission of India or Parliament. So, who decides the date of election of legislative assembly in a state? So, who decides the date of the election of legislative assembly in the state? Who decides the date, guys? Okay. सर हाउ कैन एस जयशंकर बिकेम, उसका समझ में नहीं आया। एस जयशंकर को डायरेक्टली बना दिया गया, राज्यसभा के मेंबर हैं तो क्यों नहीं बनाया जा सकता? तो दिक्कत क्या, रिटायर्ड आईएफएस ऑफिसर हैं, सो इज नॉट सर्विंग आईएएस, ही इज अ रिटायर्ड आईएफएस ऑफिसर, सो डायरेक्टली ही कैन बिकम. सो दैट इज नॉट डिसाइडेड बाय द date of the election of the state legislative assembly, that is decided by the Election Commission of India, not by the President of India. Not by the President of India, it is decided by Election Commission of India, because state legislature election, that is all did by Election Commission. So the election of state legislative assembly and state legislative council, that is did by Election Commission of India. So state legislature, whether it is legislative assembly or legislative council, it is did by the Election Commission of India. Although the notification of election in state, it is did by governor. notification of the election in state, that is did by governor. That is did by governor, although the date will be decided by Election Commission of India. So date will be decided by Election Commission, although the notification of the election that will be decided by governor. Notification of election that is decided by governor, and the date will be decided by Election Commission of India. So correct answer will be option C. So he is a retired bureaucrat, he is not a serving bureaucrat. So S. Shashank is a retired Indian Foreign Service officer. So correct answer will be option C. Now come to the next question ki after general elections the protem speaker is elected by Lok Sabha, appointed by President, appointed by Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, is the senior most member of Lok Sabha. Okay, very good guys. So what happens, because two options are very close, you have to choose one of them. So okay, Rahul is saying option D, then Anwar, Vikramaditya, Anwar is going with A. Guys, first of all, protem speaker is a temporary speaker. Is a temporary speaker who is appointed by President, and generally is senior most member of newly elected Lok Sabha. See, now the two options are very same. This is also very same, this is also very same, but it is not written senior most member of Lok Sabha. So, if he is senior most member of Lok Sabha, so which Lok Sabha you are talking about? It is not clear कि which Lok Sabha you are talking about. Is it existing Lok Sabha or newly elected Lok Sabha? Which Lok Sabha you are talking about? Is it clear to this? Kid, are you talking about existing Lok Sabha? For example, presently we have 17th Lok Sabha and 2019 to 24, and after this we have 18th Lok Sabha. So if I write ki newly elected member of Lok Sabha, so which Lok Sabha I am talking about? Is it clear? So here is it clear ki senior most member of Lok Sabha, which Lok Sabha? Newly elected Lok Sabha, existing Lok Sabha, which Lok Sabha I am talking about? So this is unclear, and he is the senior most member of newly elected Lok Sabha. He is the senior most member of newly elected Lok Sabha. You should understand कि if the options are given in the vague, then definitely you have to go with the confirm. So he is appointed by President, and who conducts the oath of the newly elected members of Lok Sabha. So newly elected word is missing, guys, because he is the head, he is from newly elected Lok Sabha, not existing Lok Sabha. For example, when protem speaker of 18th Lok Sabha will be elected, so he should be the member of 18th Lok Sabha. It is not like that he should be the member of 17th Lok Sabha. I hope is it clear ki what I am saying. First of all, he should be the member of newly elected, and this word newly elected makes the whole thing clear. Otherwise, you could have said it is a wrong statement, wrong question, because option B is also correct and option D is also correct. So have you understood, guys, ki which word is missing? Therefore, the answer became wrong. So it is not clear कि if it is written कि he is the senior most member of the newly elected Lok Sabha, then it should be the appropriate statement. But we all know कि he is appointed by President of India. That is 100% sure. There is no confusion about this. Therefore, correct answer will be what? It will be option B, not option D, because not of the D option is unclear. कि that person should be newly elected. It is not कि existing Lok Sabha he should be the member of existing Lok Sabha. So in 17th Lok Sabha it was Virendra Kumar. So it is not like that कि in 18th Lok Sabha Virendra Kumar will become the protem speaker. Therefore correct answer is option A, that B, that is appointed by President of India. This type of question, guys, they are highly sophisticated question in nature. They are highly sophisticated question in nature. Is it clear? They are highly sophisticated questions in nature. It is not easy if you are not conceptually strong. Very difficult question it will be to say. So correct answer will be option B, that is the President of India, appointed by President. I hope it is clear to all of you guys. This is a very highly sophisticated question. One word has made the whole statement incorrect. Now come to the next question. Newly senior most elected member can be protem speaker. Newly elected senior most member, definitely Mr. Putin, it is newly elected. So every time the protem speaker is chosen from the newly elected Lok Sabha, not from the existing Lok Sabha. Now the All India census, first attempted in 1872, regularly undertaken 1881, always taken as a 5-year exercise. Which of the statement is correct? Which of the statement is correct? So these are very typical type question. Okay guys, first attempted in All India census. Census, it is in union list. Union list, and it is did by RGCCI, that works under MHA. Vivek Johri is the present RGCCI Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, and that is under union list. First attempted in 1872 during the time of Lord Mayo. Regularly undertaken since 1881 during the time of Lord Ripon, 1880 to 1884. Lord Mayo, 1869 to 1872. Then always taken as a 5-year exercise. No, it is 10 years. So in every 10 years you will find the census. So correct answer is option, guys, 1 and option 2. Third statement is wrong. So correct answer will be option 1 and 2. Correct answer will be option 1 and 2, that is always did by 1 year. Now come to the next question. Let's come to the next question. Okay, which of the following objectives is not embodied in the preamble of the Constitution of India? So which type of principle is not embodied in the preamble of the Indian Constitution? Is it liberty of thought, economic liberty, liberty of expression, it should be liberty. Liberty of belief. So which type of liberty it is not mentioned in the Constitution of India? Which type of liberty is not mentioned in the Constitution of India? Okay, so let's see the correct answer, guys. Which liberty is not mentioned? That is economic liberty. So liberty of five things are there: thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. So there is no economic liberty that is mentioned. Liberty of thought is there, expression is there, belief is there, but there is no concept of economic liberty. Therefore, correct answer will be option B. Correct answer will be option B, that is economic liberty. It is not mentioned in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. 5 types of liberties are there. Now, come to the next question, कि which of the following word is not in the preamble of India? So, which of the word it is not in the preamble of India? Is it socialist, secular, sovereign, or public welfare? So, which word is not in the preamble of India? Which word is not in the preamble of India? Which word it is not mentioned in the preamble of India? Preamble of India, Manas, good evening. Okay, not mentioned in the preamble of India, guys. Not mentioned, it is public welfare. So there is no word like public welfare. Word is mentioned sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, then justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. And this is total 9 words. These represents nature of India, and these 4 represents the objective of the Constitution. These represents the objective of the Constitution. So Bhanu Prakash, good afternoon. So good afternoon everyone. So these are the 9 words that is mentioned, and this is the correct chronology of this word. This is the correct chronology of this word as well. So you should not forget the chronology. This is the correct chronology in which all the things are being written. So public welfare, it is not anywhere mentioned in the preamble. So sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. First 5 discusses the nature of India, and last 4 discusses the objective of Constitution. So I hope guys that should be clear to all of you. So is it clear? Then do let me know. Then I will be moving to the next question to discuss. Is it clear to all of you? So I hope guys that should be clear to all of you. Now, which type of Indian Constitution provides which type of governance system? Democratic governance, presidential governance, parliamentary governance, or semi-democratic governance? So which type of governance system is being provided? Which type of governance system is being provided in India? So what type of governance system is in India? So guys, it is not India, we have indirect democracy. In India guys, we have indirect democracy. So we have parliamentary form of the governance. That means ministers, they are collectively responsible for the parliament. Ministers are collectively responsible for parliament. So we have parliamentary system of democracy. So we have democratic, it is not a governance type. Democracy, it is not a governance type. Governance का मतलब होता है शासन. तो हमारे यहाँ कैसा शासन है? तो हमारे यहाँ संसदीय शासन है. So democracy, we have indirect democracy, and what type of governance we have? So we have parliamentary form of governance. We have parliamentary form of governance. Why? Because ministers, they are collectively responsible for parliament, individually towards the President of India. So is that clear to all of you guys? So this type of question may come in CGL tier 2, and you should be aware of ki what type of question is this and how we are answering the question. So we have parliamentary form of the governance. I hope it is clear, because the ministers, they are collectively responsible for parliament. Now, which of the following determines Indian constitution is federal? So which of the following feature is defined कि Indian constitution is federal constitution in nature? Written and non-flexible constitution, free judiciary, residuary power vested in center or union, or distribution of power between union and states. So federal means कि the power distribution. Federal means कि the states and centers, the power is being divided between the center and state. So what will be the correct answer? So which of the following determines Indian constitution is federal? That is distribution of power between union and states. That is defined in schedule 7. We have union list, state list and concurrent list. Union, state and concurrent. So division of power between center and state. So we have the federal, quasi-federal means semi-federal. That is being said by Professor K.C. Weir, said that it's a quasi-federal, that means it is a semi-federal, but it is not. Professor K.C. Weir said it is a quasi-federal, then we called it a sui generis. Then we call it a sui generis, that is a federation of its own kind. So Professor K.C. Weir said that it is a quasi-federal, then Baba Saheb Ambedkar said it is a sui generis. That means federation of its own kind. Now come to the next question. Ki India is not a union. Union Parliament has the power to alter the boundary name of any state even without its consent. So which of the following statement is or are correct, guys? So there is an assertion, there is a reason. So India is not a union. Union Parliament has power to alter the area, boundary, name of the state without its consent. So what will be the correct answer? What will be the correct answer? Guys, what will be the correct answer? This type of question may come in CGL tier 2. See, first statement, assertion is completely wrong. India is a union. Is not a union, it is correct, wrong. Union Parliament has power to alter the area, boundary, name of the state without its consent. That is defined in Article 3. It is given power given to the Parliament to establish a new state, alter the boundary and to create a new state. So correct answer is option D, कि A is false but R is true. A is false but R is true. A is false but R is true. Guys, first of all, we are inviting you for analyzing your learning with exam-pur scholarship test. There will be an aptitude test of 60 questions, 100 questions within 60 minutes. And this test is going to be held on 16th October, that is on Sunday, from 12 PM to 11:59 PM, that is up to your choice. Now top 10 students will get all the courses of Exampur without any charge, so that will be a completely free access. So I will request everyone to attempt the paper, and if you are well lucky enough, then you will get the free access of our all the courses. Other than it will be a very great learning experience for you all to check your preparation level. So guys, I hope this you have understood the session, and it was a very interesting questions that we have got today. So if you find the session interesting and informative, so don't forget to like and share the session, and if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel also. So that's all for the day guys. Let's meet then sharp at 6 for a 2-hour marathon session. So bye bye everyone. Do take